Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, and with Michaela singing, that means we are back in the lobby bar for the week of April the 21st, 2025. Brian and Michaela here with you. And Michaela is a bit of a big weekend, for me at least. Star Wars Celebration was going on. So that was pretty awesome. I love Star Wars Celebration. I've never actually been to one, although I'm hoping to rectify that here when the next one comes around in 2027, they've announced for
Yeah.
Los Angeles. But this past weekend, it was in Tokyo. So that was pretty good. So I spent most of my weekend, keeping tabs on what was going on in the world of Star Wars, taking in everyone's pictures, seeing all the crazy like foods and drinks everyone was having in Tokyo, seeing the announcements, right? We got Ryan Gosling coming in a new Star Wars film here in a couple years. They announced that. That's a pretty good time. Looking forward to that. But how was your weekend? What did you get up to? Anything fun over your spring break, Easter weekend?
I went to the beach for a couple days with some family friends. That was fun watching the kiddo play in the sand. The water was still freezing cold. I learned officially, my friend Dawn taught me how to dig for shark's teeth. And I found a sand dollar that I did not take from the beach. I left it there like a good person. But I found a new drink that you're probably gonna hate. But I found a drink that's really easy. It was
Sounds
very
great.
beachy. Um, well, it's just because we have talked in the past about flavored vodkas or flavored liquors in general, right? And usually there are ones that we enjoy. Like you and I have done a good strawberry one. We've done some blueberry ones before, but then there's
Mhm.
ones that are like whipped cream. Pinnacle makes a whipped cream flavored vodka that you think is way too sweet. But I
They sure
found
do.
this. Svedka makes this strawberry lemonade, which vodka,
Okay.
which is actually pretty decent. And we added that to some Hawaiian fruit punch, and made a totally amazing beach drink that is way on the sweet side, but you put enough vodka in it and you don't care. And uh we may or may not have sneaked it. That's not the right word. We may or may not have snuck an entire like Hawaiian punch plastic bottle of it onto the beach with us.
Mhm.
And luckily, we finished it really fast. It was delicious. So because we made it in mass, I would say one bottle to, I don't know, 64 ounces of, so if I were to like make that on a smaller scale, I think I would do like 1.5 ounces of strawberry lemonade vodka. You can find Svedka does a good one, but I'm sure there are others out there, and then add that to like 3 or 4 ounces of Hawaiian punch fruit punch. It's kind of neat
Mm.
because it's fruity, but you've got like the lemony of the lemonade that balances it out. So to me, it was
No
sweet,
fruit
but
was
it wasn't.
harmed in the making of this cocktail. I guarantee it.
Nope, my liver was harmed slightly less than my pancreas or whatever it
Yeah.
is that processes sugar in my system because there was a lot of it for
Yeah.
sure.
The best sounding part of all of this is the bottle that the strawberry lemonade Svedka comes in because it's like a sunrise, sunburst kind of thing, right? It's like pink and
Yeah.
yellow. Is that right? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah. No, the
yeah.
bottle is beautiful.
So there you
But
go.
look, if
Yeah.
you want to,
Mhm.
if what I will say too is that it goes well. The vodka was sweet enough on its own, so I was able to cut it when I got back from the beach, and I'd had my fill of sugar for 18 years. I was able to cut it with just like a sparkling water,
Okay.
like a
Yeah, yeah,
Perrier
yeah.
or like a seltzer.
That sounds
Um,
better.
yeah,
That
I
might, yeah,
mean,
that might
like
be
I
a little
said.
bit too dry. But yeah, like a Sprite or something. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. I don't know about this Hawaiian Punch concoction that you made, Michaela, but I do hear that it was pretty warm over the weekend there on your beach trip. So that probably did hit the spot in a lot of ways for sure. I myself, as I mentioned, I was celebrating Star Wars, all things Star Wars this weekend, and Star Wars Celebration was going on. I wanted to do a couple of cocktails there. I was asked to come on for a live stream with our good pals over at Force Time podcast and Into a Larger World podcast and Fan Magazine. They did a live stream over the weekend, and I was very lucky to be a part of it. But I wanted to mix up a couple of cocktails to, pay honor to the weekend, to pay honor to Star Wars, and to pay honor to Japan, which is where the festivities were being held. So I came up with two cocktails, Michaela, and everyone out there listening might have already seen these. I posted them to the social medias in a couple of very swanky glasses that I made myself. So very
Mm.
proud of that. As proud of the glasses as I am of these cocktails here, but I did a couple. So let me know what you think about these. The first one I did was a yuzu whiskey sour. Yuzu, if you don't know, it's kind of like a hybrid between a clementine orange or a mandarin orange and a lemon. So it's
Mm.
kind of citrusy and orangey, but also, very tart and things like that. So this is a yuzu whiskey sour. So 2 ounces of Japanese whiskey, 1 ounce of lemon juice, 1 ounce of yuzu juice, a half ounce of simple syrup, and an egg white, of course, because that's how you do whiskey sours. Go ahead and dry shake that, and then shake it again with some ice. You can strain that out. It just gives it a little nice, kind of orangey pop from the yuzu. It's really nice, but very tart. That one is really delicious. So I liked that one. And then I also made a grapefruit honey sake cocktail, which is pretty good. And the actual recipe for this is to make this up in a big batch. So you could certainly like scale this up and make a big thing. If you're hosting a party, this would be really good for, I don't know if you're a fancy person that has like garden parties. I feel like people talk about garden parties. I don't know what one is. I've never been invited to one, so I'm barely not fancy enough for that. But if you are, make one of these. So this came together as such, Michaela. So 4 ounces of grapefruit juice, a half ounce of honey, and 2 ounces of sake, just into a pitcher. Go ahead and stir that up until the honey gets dissolved, and then you can garnish that with some thyme. I
Oh.
used a bottle of Nagori sake, and it's beautiful. It comes in like a pink bottle, so it's
Oh.
probably Michaela's favorite kind of sake,
That's
just
right.
because of the bottle for sure. So
Yep.
that was the cocktails I got into making here over the weekend, as I mentioned. Watching all the Star Wars goodness we've got coming out here in the distant future and also the near future. We're going to talk about that here in just a minute. So, Michaela, let's get into the movies this week. We have a new winner on top. Was able to dethrone a Minecraft movie. We're seeing it Wednesday night. I am every day that gets closer to us seeing this movie, the more excited I get about it. The feedback from people who have seen it over this opening weekend is phenomenal. So it's setting the bar pretty high. I don't think we'll be disappointed though. Sinners takes the weekend, $45.5 million. That is the new film. Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. You looking forward to going to check out Sinners this week, Michaela?
Oh, heck yeah, I am. I still have been keeping my head in the sand when it comes to this because I don't want it to turn into a trick of marketing where I find out kind of what it's about before I really get in there. I really want to be surprised by all that it is. However, I have looked a little bit at the short sweet reviews where it's like a sentence saying it's good or it's bad, and all of them look phenomenal. So very excited about that. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love Michael B. Jordan?
No
It's
one I know.
no one I know doesn't love him. He's totally, yeah, he's great. I'm super excited. I am surprised too, because even though a Minecraft movie only came in second, it made almost as much money. Minecraft, the power is strong, the force is strong, the build is strong with the Minecraft movie. It's really hanging in there,
Mike,
doing way
yeah.
better than I thought it was going to do. Again, I missed out on all the Minecraft stuff as we talked about in our last episode. So
Yeah, there's not been a lot of things out there to compete with it, I guess, from like a kid's standpoint. So I'll have to see how long that keeps going. But yeah, very very notable $41.3 million for Minecraft movie over the weekend. The King of Kings, The Amateur, with a respectable $7.2 million in Warfare, round out the top five. We do have some stuff coming out this week I wanted to make sure we talked about. There is another video game thing on the horizon, so maybe you've had your fill of Minecraft. You can go see Until Dawn. That's coming out. It's kind of a horror thing. Never played the game myself, so I'm not sure how true to that it's going to be, although the game is very video or is very movie-esque. Right, it's kind of like an interactive
mm,
story, more so than
mm.
like a traditional, like what you think of as a video game, maybe potentially. We also have The Accountant Part Two coming out, or just The Accountant Two, I guess, is coming out. Michaela, you know all about The Accountant. You watched it. You told me that it's good. I've never seen it. I never even heard of it. But I will say one thing about The Accountant Two coming out this week, Michaela. They really dropped the ball by not having this come out on tax day. That's all I know about The Accountant Two.
Yeah, should have definitely come out on tax weekend. That would have made more sense. Um, yeah, no, The Accountants might have been kind of the last cult movie. And we've talked about whether or not cult movies even can really exist by definition anymore. But I remember hearing about it. I remember seeing it and being really liking it. And then it just kind of went away. But it's something we should definitely revisit in time to go see it because I think the second one might be just as good as the first one, and the first one was surprisingly brilliant.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, we'll have to make time to see that, and I'm very interested to see the first accountant and get caught up in the world of I don't know spreadsheets. Is it a movie about spreadsheets? That sounds good to
It's
me.
not it.
But what we are going to go see for sure, absolutely, because we already have our tickets for it. That is Revenge of the Sith. It is 20 years old now, Michaela. Revenge of the Sith. 20 years. That makes me feel old for sure. But we have our tickets. 4DX. We're going to be flying around, getting into lightsaber battles with Anakin and Obi-Wan there. Seeing Revenge of the Sith. That is coming everyone's way to the movie theater. Like I said, for that 20th anniversary. And May the 4th is coming up as well. So we'll probably be talking about that here in a couple of weeks. On your TV screens, got a couple of things. The Last of Us, getting caught up on that. I did my weekly cocktail. That's something I'm going to try to do here as we go through the second season of The Last of Us, just like I did last season. So that's pretty good. And we've got a couple of things coming everyone's way. We have Andor coming to Disney Plus. That starts this week. I believe they're doing 3 episodes a week. So it's going to be
Oh,
like
nice.
a whole like movie's worth of Andor every week to everyone's TV screen. That's good. And also the second season, I guess, or like the next like chapter of or something like that of the documentary Light and Magic is going to be on Disney Plus as well. That's already on there, so you can go ahead and check that out. So that is important for people who love Star Wars, like myself, people who are interested in like George Lucas and like the creation of his companies. But really, Light and Magic is a celebration of all things movies. So if you like movies at all, and I'm guessing you probably do, that's why you're here. Go and check out Light and Magic. Did you catch the first season of that, Michaela?
No, I
Shame on
didn't.
you.
I
Shame
know.
on you.
I know. And I think but look, I am super excited about Andor. Super excited about Andor. Um, because again, because I've been living in the sand for the last week. I have not heard anything about it. So I'm super excited about the next season of it because it's going to be incredible. It better be. I mean, the first season was so great. I loved it. So it's probably my favorite of all of like the series of Star Wars that have been created
Mm.
because there've been quite a few now, right? And
Hmm.
as a non super fan, um, I
Hmm.
really enjoyed Andor in its, the first time. So
Yeah, absolutely. You can go back. We covered Andor actually on a Patreon
mhm.
monthly bonus episode. Shortly after it came out, so that would have been back in like 2022, I think potentially. I'm not
Yeah,
100% sure on
yeah.
that. So go back into the back catalog and check that out. And go back into our back catalog if you want to see what we talked about last week. We talked about The Doors, paying homage to Val Kilmer. That was really good. Conversation about a really good acting performance there by Mr. Kilmer. And this week we're going to be getting into the baseball swing of things. Swing of things. I like that. We're going to be talking about Field of Dreams, one of the many Kevin Costner baseball films that there are out there. So we'll be talking about that this week. We will be going to Iowa, mixing up a cocktail and having a chat about some ball. As I mentioned, Patreon, you can go there, patreon.com/drink the movies, bonus episodes. Hopefully we'll have our bonus episode up for Sinners shortly after we get the chance to see that on Thursday. We'll be having our hangout here sometime this week, I think is the plan. So keep your eyes peeled for that getting scheduled and yeah, all that stuff. So, Michaela, what we better do, you better drink a glass of water if you're really drinking a whole jug of Hawaiian Punch and Svedka vodka for sure. Do that. Try one of these lighter Japanese cocktails I had going on, and we'll talk to everyone next week in the lobby bar.